Namaste, welcome friends. In this lesson, we're going to explore the sun in Taurus. One of the most important factors for the sun in any zodiac sign is the Aditya associated with the solar month. So if the sun is in Taurus, the Aditya associated is Aryaman. Aryaman is the devata, is the deity of vows, the deity of patronage, of communities. So if the sun is placed in Taurus, a person will be more interested in upholding their vows, in marriage, in relationships, in creating community. There will be more community orientated. There will be great nourishers and great lovers. A lot of the positive traits of Venus will come out in their self-identity. Since who is the sun? The sun is Sarvatma, the soul of all. And in our life, where the sun is our soul, our self, what do we identify with very deeply? So if the sun is placed in Taurus, a person likes to enjoy life a little bit more. They like to taste the fine things. Taurus is represented by agricultural fields. The best food, where does it come from in the zodiac? The best food comes from Taurus. That's why the moon is exalted here, right? The moon is our mind, and our mind, it relishes when we eat nice foods, when we spend time in nature. So even the sun, even though not exalted, the sun benefits from being in Taurus. It gives us an appreciation for these finer things in life. It gives us an appreciation for this variety of beautiful sensory experiences. So people with the sun in Taurus, they like good food, they like to share good food, they like fine clothing, fine articles. Comforts become a little bit more important in life. The sun usually can indicate great renunciance and people who give up the material enjoyments in pursuit of the self, in the pursuit of self-discovery and self-realization. However, if the sun is in Taurus, a person will be a little bit more prone to the allure of the senses. The sun in Taurus is in the sign of an enemy, since the sun has an inimical relationship with Venus. Now, Venus is placed in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 12th, 11th or 10th house from the sun. Venus will be a temporary friend, and therefore, because of their natural and temporary relationship, they be neutral. So the sun will do better if Venus is close by. Particularly if Venus is strong, if Venus is in her own sign or exalted, the sun in Taurus will benefit many times from this. If the sun is placed in Taurus and Venus is on the other side of the horoscope, far away, and also in an inimical sign, that can afflict our sense of self, how much we love ourselves, and it will make us more prone to fall prey to our senses. If the sun is in Taurus, a person will need a little bit more comfort in life. Often we hear this in Shara Valley, a person can have a livelihood that is connected to dealing with perfumes, dealing with clothes or gems, articles related to Venus. I've seen many women who have the sun in Taurus, who have the sun associated with Venus. They have a profession that involves working with other women. You would see many women who work in a nail salon have Venus associated with their sun. Since the sun is in the sign of an enemy, this can sometimes hurt the relationship with our father, particularly if other malefics are also involved in this combination. If they are conjoined or aspecting, that can have a negative impact on our father, particularly if the sun is in Taurus, also in a Dushtana. The sun has moved 10 signs from Leo. From Leo to Taurus, the sun has moved 10 signs. So the sun in Taurus can be an excellent placement for career. It can be an excellent placement for a career in a Venus-related field. Also, the sun in Taurus is extremely stubborn because Taurus, it is an earth sign and it is a fixed sign. So Taurus is the most stubborn sign of the zodiac. So if a person has a sun in Taurus, they're a little bit more hesitant to change. They're a little bit more hesitant to adapt to something new, in the same way like our Taurus ascendants. If the sun is placed in Taurus also, there's a high likelihood that the sun will be placed in Dukkita Avastha, that the sun will be sad, a little bit sorrowful, being placed in the sign of an enemy. So those are all indications that can manifest if the sun is placed in Taurus. Depending on which portion of Taurus the sun is placed in, this can manifest differently as well. In Taurus, we have 3 nakshatras. We have Kritika, Rohini, and Mrigashira. So if the sun is placed particularly between 10 degrees and 23 degrees and 20 minutes, which is the portion of Rohini in the middle of Taurus, then a person will also be very often drawn to dance, to musical arts. If a woman has her sun in Rohini Nakshatra, this is a very excellent position because Rohini, she's the favorite wife of the moon. So if the sun is placed here, it endows a person, endows particularly a woman with all the good qualities of a wife. She often can be very good in the arts and cooking, and she knows how to dress up, etc. If a man has this placement also, he will have a lot of beautiful feminine traits, which we also appreciate in men. And often there will be an object of envy. If the sun is in Taurus, particularly in the middle portion, a person can become the object of envy among their peers because they're just a little bit more beautiful, a little bit more sensitive. So the sun in Taurus, it can be a very, very wonderful placement. Since Taurus is also connected to communities, if the sun is placed in Taurus, communities will become more important to us. So if we're not working with women, if we're not working with beauty articles, gems or flowers, then there's a high chance that we're working in the community, bringing people together, making people feel comfortable in the community. This is some food for thought. If your sun is placed in Taurus, if you know somebody or you yourself were born with your sun in Taurus, hey, please let me know in the comments. Can you relate to what I've shared with you? Did you learn something new in this lesson today? I would love to hear from you. Thank you. Stay blessed.